Hi everyone, I'm Jimaku Brimstone, welcome to Review of Dark Ages, the first Euro record by the band Soulfly. Today we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the record, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. I've already reviewed most of their discography, only Enslaved and Kama are left to review, and Kama hasn't come out yet. Check all of those videos out. My story with this band is quite simple. My siblings were massive fans of Max's previous band, Sepultura, so obviously we had their entire discography laying around in our home, and also the first two Soulfly records, and I was like 3 or 4 years old when I listened through those, and I've enjoyed every single second. Then I would always await a new release from Soulfly, the third record, which I've enjoyed, then Prophecy, which I loved, then this one, then Cavalry Conspiracy Inflicted, then Soulfly Conquer, then Omen, Blunt Force Trauma, Enslaved, Savages, Pandemonium, Archangel, Ritual, both records by Killer, Be Killed, Totem, and now I'm awaiting Kama. So yeah, I've been a fan of this band for a very long time, probably my entire life. The first thing that you can see here with your own eyes is how cool the cover art is, this entire demon, so cool. I even have a t-shirt of this one because it's fantastic. The lineup is surprisingly the same as on the previous album, Prophecy. We've got Max on the vocals, 4-string guitar, berimbau, etc. Mark Rizzo, the ex-guitarist of El Nino, on the lead guitar and flamenco, Bobby Burns, the leader of the band Primus 55, on bass, and John Nunes on the drums, who played on the second album Primitive and then on Prophecy. This lineup of Soulfly was stable from 2003 till 2010-11. The last record they did was Omen. The production is tight, was handled by Max Cavalry himself. Terry Date did the mixing, you might know him, he produced most of the Deftones records. There's no loudness work here, no clipping, just the way I like it. You can hear every instrument without any problems, the guitars, the bass, the drums, the vocals, all of the tribal stuff is mixed perfectly. The message is diverse. This record is a slight departure from the topics that were prominent on the previous releases. A tragedy struck in 2004 where Max's grandson passed away suddenly, and also in December 2004 Dave McDarrow, the lead guitarist of Pantera, was also shot and killed, so those two tragedies influenced the overall sound of the record sonically and lyrically. While some of the songs still retain that tribal message of standing together against some enemies and like being one with yourself, focusing on your soul and inner improvements, we also have lots of songs about society, war, conflicts, humanity destroying itself. Structure of the songs is between basic and advanced. The basic one is simple, intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro. The advanced one is a little bit tricky. Usually you've got an intro, then the verse, pre-chorus, chorus, pre-verse, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, a guitar solo, a bridge that is from 2 to 4 segments, and either the song already ends because the outro is like a tribal world music influence stuff, or they go back to the chorus, or they bring in a different heavier section, and then the chorus and then the outro. It depends on the song. When it comes to the music genre, this record is a slight departure from the previous ones. Prophecy was already a departure where thrash metal, groove metal and death metal were up front, but still a lot of nu metal elements lingered in on Prophecy. On this one, the nu metal elements are a little bit more buried underneath the music. Some songs do still have nu metal edge to them, but overall this is a thrash and death metal record first, like 65%, the rest percent is groove metal and like 5 maybe percent is nu metal. Also all of the experiments with the tribal and world music stuff is toned down. Not all of the songs have those elements, which is a bummer, but there's still spirit and soul in this music. You can still feel it that it's a Soulfly record through and through. It just has an depressive and overall industrial sound to it. Now let's talk about the musicianship on this release. Let's start with the drummer Joe, who's straight up killing it. I love his grooves, the double bass work, all that he does on this record is flawless. Especially enjoy the blast beats and the with his legs. Next, let's talk about the bass work by Bobby. The bass is audible, he mostly follows the guitars, but we have some moments here and there where the bass is up front, like in the intro of Carved Inside. Overall, I feel like he was slightly buried in the mix, and I wish the bass was more up front and had more moments to shine. Next, let's talk about all of the acoustic guitars and world music tribal elements. There aren't many of them. We also have some industrial elements on songs like The March and Riotstarter. They're fine, they enrich the overall sound of the album, and I wish there was more of the tribal and world music influence, because there isn't much of it, at least to me. That's how I feel deep in my soul. Now let's focus on all of the guitar work by Max Cavalera and Mark Rizzo. So Max is doing the rhythm guitar stuff, the more simpler guitar riffs that even you and me could play, and then Mark Rizzo comes in and he's like, hell yeah, I'm going to do guitar solos, like in every song, at least one guitar solo, and he's like bang, 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 bang. And he's clearly influenced by Latin stuff, but also Chuck Schuldiner of Death. Half of the guitar solos here sound like Chuck wrote them, and that's a positive thing, at least to me. Last but not least, let's talk about the vocal performance by Max and his guests. I must say that his screaming, shouting, yelling, growling is on point. He's so emotional. We know why, like, he's pissed off because he lost people that were close to his heart, and the guests, well, they bring their best, but I must say that recording Billy Milano, the dude from SOD and MOD, over the phone, couldn't they record him a different way? Because you can hear the dip in the quality when his vocals come in, because he was recorded through the phone. Why? Just why? Come to the studio, dude. Now let's rate the individual songs. The album opens up with the title song, The Dark Ages. This is just an intro. It doesn't have any vocals. It transitions into Babylon. So to me, this is like nothing. I would remove it from the record, but I understand why it's here, because it's supposed to be here to prepare you for Babylon. 5 out of 10. Babylon, I love the intro, and that cool guitar in the background. It has a very distinct ancient Egyptian feeling to it, at least to me. It also reminds me of nu metal. The lyrics are about war and how it never changes, it just always is. United nations, divided tensions, body count rise while leaders lie. Desolation, separation, suffocation, confrontation. And the chorus, on and on and on and on, row, on and on and on, in a Babylon. That's the post-chorus melody, which I enjoy a lot. You know, those clean guitars. This song is beautiful from beginning to the end, a classic one for sure, 11 out of 10. INI lyric-wise is more similar to the first two records by Soulfly. Max has done Enemy and he's like, against the tribe, and we are here to stand together as tribe. Standard Soulfly song. I love the intro, the guitar riffs, all of that stuff. The chorus alone, I see the signs, I in the sky. Love it, it's simple but effective. I especially enjoyed the guitar solo in this song and the more melodic world music section in the middle. Poink, 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 wow, 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 poink, 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 wow, 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 wow. And then and the guitar solo. Mark is just straight up killing it here with his guitar solo. This song is a classic one. It's not on the same level as Babylon, so 10 plus out of 10. Carved Inside is one of the singles with a music video. I love the bass intro, wow 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 wow, and then thrashy guitarists. I have no clue what Max is screaming there, but it's so cool. Then we get a guitar solo, and then the verse. Carved inside, wow, waka, wow, carved outside, wow, waka, wow, scream in the sky, wow, waka, forever fight, wow, waka. Great death metalish verse, and then we get the more nu metalish sounding chorus. Now, I feel your soul inside. Now, carved inside. And then we get like a post-chorus, which is like slightly also a verse that has a very weird nu metal sounding guitars beneath the thrashier ones. You try to bring us down, we're glowing all around, inside you must be free to find your destiny. Love that part so much. Then the chorus comes back, then we get another line with just the bass, and then the guitar solo happens, wow 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 wow. And I have no clue if anyone has noticed that the guitar riffs below the guitar solo are just straight up taken from System of a Down. Those are nu metal riffs. I am not sure which song, either ADD from Steal This Album or the outro to Dear Dance from Toxicity, but it sounds the exact same. You can even compare it. So Carved Inside probably one of the most nu metal sounding songs on the record, but it still has the thrash metal and death metal influence on top. So I love this one with all of my heart, 11 out of 10. Arise Again is an interesting song because it wasn't supposed to be on the album initially. Another track called Obliteration was supposed to be here, but it was removed at the last minute. I have no clue why. I would love to hear Obliteration, tracks that didn't make the cut on Conquer, Omen and Enslaved, and also a lot of songs that were removed from the third Soulfly record. I want to hear those so goddamn much, and they remain unreleased. Why? Going back to Arise Again, I love the intro, wow 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 wow, beautiful melodies, and then that shifts from the intro to the main guitar riff, dum 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 dum. That's just straight up nu metal riff, and then it transforms into more death metalish one. That melody continues into the verse and the vocals. Then we get like the chorus, arise again, people like you just fuel my hate, arise again. That's the melody that will go back to that nu metal riff. Then we get another verse. Motherfucker, I don't pretend. Fuck you and your friends. Fuck you and all your dreams. Can't you see we are not the same, Jordan? So again, the lyrics are more about having a conflict with someone. Another song that sounds like it's from the first 4 records. Then we get a beautiful death metalish sounding guitar solo. Wow, 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 wow. And then it goes back to the intro, which now is the outro. So this song is fantastic from beginning to the end. I am happy that it is on the album. 11 out of 10. Molotov features Paweł Filipenko and Bill Milano of MOD and SOD. I must say that this song is great. It's short but sweet, it's punchy, it's heavy, it's thrash metallish with some hardcore punk roots to it. Yeah, I enjoyed the guitar solo. The lyrics. Hojna wajna, hojna wajna, hojna wajna. Pora Carraro. I know it's very repetitive, but it's fun to listen to. 10 out of 10. Frontlines, I am not going to surprise you. This is a single with a music video. It was first performed live in 2004 in my country, in Poland, Warsaw, in the Progresja or Proxima club. I am not sure which one, but one of those. I was actually years later at the same venue watching Soulfly play live, so a fun fact for you. Frontlines is one of the best songs by Soulfly. It's also one that Max Cavalera did not wrote. He only did the lyrics. The music was done by Mark Rizzo with the help of Bobby Burns and John Nunes, because they wrote this song during their rehearsals and the song just came out that way. And Max enjoyed it, so it's here. It's one of the best Soulfly songs, and it's not by Max. I love the intro alone. It's against war. It has a clear message. The chorus is a throwback to Back to the Primitive. This song does not have any nu metal influences, which is sad, but also this song does not need them. It stands on its own. I love every single section here. I've heard that Kerry King of Slayer is performing the second or third guitar on this song, but I cannot find any proof that this is true, so take it with a grain of salt. Anyways, love the verses. I don't give a fuck, you don't give a fuck, you don't give a fuck, get back in the front. And then we go to that part, back to the front lines. Ooh, ah, back to the frontlines. that riff just comes in normally, then they play it tremolo style, then they like make it more groovy, and then the song just goes back to the main melody, the thrashy one, you know, the verse one. After that we go back to the chorus again, which later transforms into a guitar solo, and then the bridge, back the fuck up now, shut the fuck up now, back the fuck down, back to the front lines, and then we get that beautiful melody written by Mark Rizzo. That's one of the best Soulfly melodies, and also one of the best melodies of all time. This song, even my best friend likes it, and he's not into this kind of music, so I'm like, hell yeah, even he appreciates this melody. After it's played normally, Mark Rizzo comes back with it, but on an acoustic, and it's beautiful. We hear some helicopters in the background, probably announcing that the war is not over, and the elites, you know, the capitalistic pigs that are ruling over the earth right now, want you to go back to the front lines. So it's a sad song, but it's beautiful. I did a Doom MIDI cover of it today for the anniversary, so go check it out. I had to make this song because it's one of my all-time favorite ones. 12 out of 10. Innerspirit features Coyote, the dude from Iceburn. He did a feature already on the previous record, Prophecy, on the song Moses. I must say that this is another fantastic song. I don't feel that it's as good as Moses. This one is more metallish, I would say, but it still has an interesting experimentation, like around the third minute. Tum 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 tum. That's my favorite melody from the song. Overall, I enjoy every single section in this song, but that bridge and the outro is the best one. Coyote has a fantastic singing voice. Lyric-wise, this song is about souls and that the Armageddon is near, something like that. Can you feel? Love it from beginning to the end. It's not my favorite song here, but it stands on its own. 10 out of 10. Corrosion Creeps is either a song about cancer or serial killers, and it's dedicated to Chuck Schuldiner, the leader of the band Death, rest in peace legend. I must say that this is one of my favorite tracks on the record, right up there with Frontlines. I love its more mystical and magical atmosphere, while it's still retaining that very dark, moody and depressive state. The guitarist, the vocals, keep an eye on the sky now, night after night now, sign after sign, don't fall behind. Land of the sun, and birds of worry, can trust no one, no return. I just love it, and those tribal instruments in the background, whoa, 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 and the guitar melodies by Mark Rizzo make this one a standout song for me in my eyes and in my soul. I love the chorus. This corrosion creeps and it's growing too deep. This corrosion creeps and it's making you sick. This corrosion. For some reason the chorus has a Biohazard feeling to it, like that band Biohazard. You probably know them for sure. So yeah, then we get some more crunchier, heavier stuff, like a slightly a guitar solo. Anyways, this song is beautiful from beginning to the end. A fine tribute, that's for sure. 11 out of 10. Riotstarter is an experiment. It's like a cover of two songs. A track by Fundamentals, I forgot its title, sorry for it guys. And the second one is of course the Prodigy Firestarter. So the first minute is that Fundamental song, and the rest of the track is like a cover of Firestarter. I must say that I enjoy the tribal instruments here of the world music elements. I love that quote, Zumbia seniotas geas, zumbia seniotas mandas, quanto zumbi shega, e zumbi que manda. So that's like something that occurs on the first record, then the third one, then this one. I'm not sure if it was on the second and the fourth one, maybe. I love when they go back to this quote. When you hear it, you know that this is a Soulfly record. But to me this song is very disappointing. Why is this a cover? Like, couldn't they make their own tribal song? Like, this just feels like such a cop-out, like they didn't have any ideas. Yeah, I don't feel this song that much. I think it's just okay, something that I can listen through sometimes, and sometimes I just don't want to hear it actually. 6 out of 10. Bleak, this is a death metalish banger with lots of industrial metal elements. I love the beginning, that main guitar riff, and the lyrics are so honest. Someone pissed Max off because he's just straight up killing it. Maggots crawling, pores falling, suffocating in garbage, so much trash in excess. Feed your ego up your ass, on your knees, blood-sucking pigs. Die of your own disease, worms and ashes, feed the masses, up your ass, blood of death. I just love it. It's so heavy, it's so desolate, it has that depressive atmosphere. The earth is like a landfill, and that thrash is just never ending, like there's always thrash everywhere, and then you get the chorus. Bleak, dum dum dum, dum 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 dum, bleak, dum dum dum, like grass. So yeah, this is probably the sickest burn ever. Like if you're going to send someone this song and tell them to go fuck themselves, yeah, they're not going to be happy about it. The outro also is fantastic, 11 out of 10. The March is another song that wasn't on the initial tracklist that was released to the media. I wish this song wasn't actually included on the record. It's very industrial sounding, kinda like Nail Bump but worse. Like I actually did enjoy Nail Bump record, this one not so much. It's like a filler song, it shouldn't be here. 5 out of 10. Feel the Hate, I enjoyed the intro. Monday, July 16, 1945, 5:30 AM. That's the time the first nuclear bomb explosion happened on Earth by USA in the New Mexico desert. I'm sure you know that if you watched Oppenheimer. So this is a great song. It's the heaviest song on the record by far, thrash death metal banger, but to me it's nothing special. It sounds like a filler because the guitar riffs, most of them, do not sound interesting at all, in the verses actually. The chorus is a little bit better, and the bridge section, I love it, and the more world music outro is fantastic, but overall this is not a masterpiece, it's just a great song. 8 out of 10. Staystrong features Richie Cavalera, and this song is about the passing of Dana and also Max's grandson. It's a very sad song, but I do love it. You can feel the spirituality in it and soul. I love the main guitar riff dum 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 in the verses, and weird instruments, the background doing whoa whoa whoa. I am not sure if this is a clean guitar or something completely different, but it works, it's memorable, you're not going to forget this song. And then in the middle it shifts into more acoustic world music thing. I just love every single section here. The only downside of this song to me personally is that Richie wasn't a good vocalist back then, so I understand that he's part of family, he has to be here. It's just like a fact that he did not sound great on this song, but I tolerate it and I understand why it's here. 10 plus out of 10. And the last song, Soulfly V, is an instrumental piece. The transition between Stay Strong and Soulfly V is seamless because of the raindrops. You know, there's the raining in the background, and then we get that very beautiful main melody. Soulfly V is probably my third favorite song from the Soulfly series. The best one is Soulfly 2, then Soulfly 6, then probably this one. That's my top 3. Love it with all of my heart. Apparently it has a hidden song at the end, but they're like linked together, so it's hard to say when the hidden song starts. I just think it's just one song, so that's just me. You can write down in the comments that you don't agree. 10 plus out of 10. And a bonus song for you that's on the deluxe edition, where the cover art is slightly different. It's white instead of black. In this one we have Max or someone else reading through that psalm, and there's a cool instrumental music in the background. This one was supposed to be on the standard edition, but the last minute was cut off. I probably know why, because we already have too much songs like this one. It's slightly better than Riotstarter and The March. That's it. Just okay. 7 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is various, the flow is digestible, replayability, yeah, it's a masterpiece. I enjoy most of this record. It could have been legendary if they trimmed down some of the songs. If it were up to me, I would remove the intro, The Dark Ages, Riotstarter because it's just a cover song, The March because why is it here, and that's it, because Psalm is already a bonus song. I wouldn't also include it on the standard edition. I feel like I would love to hear that removed song, Obliteration, to find find out if it was better than Feel the Hate or other tracks. Maybe it's even better than Innerspirit. We will never know because it remains unreleased. So yeah, I would trim down the fat, and without these 3 or 4 songs the record could have been way better and it would flow better. The consistency would be stable throughout. Those are the only bad things I can say about Dark Ages. Everything else slaps. The highlights for me obviously are Frontlines, Babylon, Carved Inside, Arise Again, Staystrong, Soulfly V, Corrosion Creeps, Innerspirit, I, Bleak. These songs are standout tracks that every fan of metal music should know. Celebrate Honesty by spinning this record today. It deserves your love and attention. That's all from me. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Write down in the comments your thoughts about Dark Ages. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I would love to hear from you. Also, shout out to all of my Patreon supporters who gracefully sponsor these videos. You're all truly wonderful. You can join them if you like, so I can make more videos like this one. See you next time. Bye.